Hello everyone, welcome to Urbanscape Bangalore, and in this episode we will be learning about growing some shallots. So shallots are an edible bulb from the same family as the onion. It is a very tiny bulb that is much more milder in taste compared to the onions, and this is widely used in South Indian cuisines. The best part about this plant is that people also use their stalks to make some dishes like fried rice, etc. This gives your food the flavor of onions but without the pungency. The best part of growing shallots in your garden is that from a single bulb you would get a minimum of 8 new bulbs. With prices of such vegetables skyrocketing, it is always better to grow your own veggies if you have the time and space. The shallots are very rich in vitamin C, vitamin E and vitamin K. It is also very rich in calcium, iron, magnesium, etc. The most prominent method of propagating your shallots is with the help of bulb divisions. You can just go to your nearest market, buy some bulbs for this purpose. It can also be grown from seeds, but when you have a quicker method to follow, why would you look at alternatives? So now let us look at how to propagate your shallots. The potting medium must be well draining because the bulbs tend to rot in very waterlogged soil. So add 3 parts sand, 2 parts soil and 2 parts compost. More the organic matter, the better the yield. You can choose a container of any size. The bigger the size, the more bulbs you can grow. So while sowing your shallots, make sure that you do not sow it very deep because this would encourage more stalks than bulbs themselves. So I would just place it above the soil like this, and that would do. In no time, the shallot bulbs will start rooting, and in approximately 15 days, you would start seeing the leaves grow. You must keep this in full sun and you have to water this every day. You can use liquid fertilizers like fish or seaweed that is high in nitrogen. Or you can also use coffee grounds, tea leaves, leaf compost, etc. to increase the nitrogen element in the soil. Once you see that it has produced sufficiently tall stalks, then you can transplant this into a bigger container. This is a very pest-resistant plant, and I have not seen a lot of pests that attack this plant because this plant also produces a pungent smell that these insects and pests do not like. So in the interim, before the harvesting of the bulbs, you can use these wonderfully aromatic stalks or shallot springs as a herb in your cooking. So after approximately 130 days or so, you can harvest your shallots and you would see these bulbs attached to the stalk in clusters. You can start harvesting when you see the leaves turning brown, and after harvesting you can allow these bulbs to cure in full sun and then use it for your sumptuous sambars and chutneys. So this is just a month old, so it hasn't produced the signature shallot bulbs, but you get the drift. For those who just want to use this as a herb, can harvest after a month and use the springs immediately. So if you live in a very warm climate, then you can sow this during the autumn season and harvest during the spring months. For those who live in very cold countries, you can sow these when the soil warms up during the early spring and harvest in the month of June-July. This is how the flowers of the shallots will look like. So with this, we have come to the end of yet another episode of Urbanscape Bangalore. I do not do a lot of veggie gardening, but this is one plant that is aesthetically pleasing and also is so very easy to grow that even the most inexperienced gardener can start his gardening journey with this humble bulb. Thank you for watching Urbanscape Bangalore, and if you like this video, then please hit the like button and also subscribe. Additionally, you can follow me on Instagram and Facebook. The links will be given below. Until we meet again, goodbye.